everyone, today I'm here to talk about reading slumps because we all get in them, unfortunately, and I just want to share some tips and tricks and my own experience with them. Now, I have done a video on reading slumps, which you can check out right here, but I thought I'd do a more recent one because I have been in a reading slump for about 2.5 months, and there's reasons for it and stuff like that, but I'm making this video to hold myself accountable and to get you guys to hold me accountable and to maybe help me with this reading slump. So yeah, like I said, I'm in a reading slump right now. It's because I just had a baby at the end of September, and quite honestly, I don't have time to read, and then when I do have time, I'm just not in the mood to read. So I'm just in a bit of a pickle here. Now, I look at my shelves, and I'm sorry, I've changed my filming angle to where I can sit down because it's a lot easier, so you can't see my shelves really anymore, especially now since there's all Christmas stuff. But I have a ton of books. Like, I can look and just see about at least 25 books that I need to read, and I look at these books and I don't feel like I want to read any of them. You guys ever have that feeling where you just look at your shelf and you feel completely overwhelmed and you feel completely just, I don't want to read any of these books right now. Granted, they may be amazing books, but I'm just not in the mood for them. That's where I'm at right now. I am in the biggest slump of my life. I've never gone like a full month without reading a book, and guess what? I've done it. Now, I have read a couple ebooks on my phone because it's easier, and I never said I would do that. I was always a person that was like, I'm always going to read physical books forever, but let me tell you, when you have a kid and you're up at 2 a.m. and you're holding them while they're sleeping, you can't put them down because they'll wake up. It's a lot easier to hold your phone and read rather than hold a 5-pound book. So yeah, I'm one of those people now. But anyway, so yeah, let's talk about reading slumps. Now, in my last video, I gave you tips and tricks to get through those slumps, and I'm going to create some on the spot because I think that if you're in a reading slump and I'm in a reading slump, let's just get through this together. Now, reading slumps happen. Now, if you're an avid reader and you get into a slump, you're probably freaked out because you're like, I need to read right now. I'm feeling the same way, but you know, sometimes slumps just happen. It happens to everybody. I guarantee there's not a person out there that could be the most avid reader that reads like 20 books a month that says that they have not gone through a slump in their life. They have. So, number one, don't feel alone, because there's like probably 50,000 people out there that feel the same way, that's like looking at their shelves completely stumped and being like, I don't know what the crap to read. We've all been there. So I'd say for a tip, number one, that I'm going to do is to read a book that is going to be light. Like, I'm not going to read, when I'm trying to get into over my slump right now, I'm not going to read something that's very heavy, something that's going to be like very detail oriented, something that's going to be very world driven, you know what I'm saying? So for my slump, let's just say I'm not going to pick up Game of Thrones because holy crap. Yes, it's probably an amazing book, but I don't think it's a really good book to start off getting over a slump with because you're thrown into all these world buildings and stuff like that. So I'd say pick a very, very light book, like maybe a contemporary that you can just fly through. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of contemporaries on my shelf right now, that I haven't read, which puzzles me, but I'm going to be picking up a very light book. And the one I'm picking up is actually Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This is the second book, Sea of Monsters. I just recently got this box set for my Secret Santa from a Secret Santa thing I purchased, or I participated for, and I have been meaning to read the Percy Jackson series for ages. I have read the first book and I got it from the library, and I've always said I wanted to finish the series, but I was just going to do it when I owned it, and I just never had the money to really buy it, and so my Secret Santa got it for me. Thank you so much, Heather, who was my Secret Santa. I don't know if she's watching this, but if she is, that's awesome. But yeah, a lot of people may not think that Percy Jackson's a light series. This is a middle grade series, so I think it's very light. It's adventure-y, it's fun, it's cute. I love the first Percy Jackson one, and I think I can really just, you know, dive myself into it, and it's very short, so I think that this will be a great book to get out of the reading slump with. I'm hoping so. I haven't started it yet, so that's my first suggestion, is to read something light. It's something that can just, you know, you can just fly through, and maybe that'll get you in the mood to read again. At least I'm hoping for that. My tip number two is to reread one of your favorites. If you're in a slump and you're just like, I have no clue what to read, pick one of your favorite books that you love and you've read and you just adored. That can definitely and reread it. That can definitely get you out of that reading slump because you fall in love with it again, and you may fall in love with reading again, and it gets you out of the slump, and it's just amazing. So if you love Harry Potter, reread Harry Potter. Holidays are the perfect time to read Harry Potter. If you love any Stephanie Perkins book, reread them, you know. I may reread a Sophie Kinsella book just because I love them so much. Number 4 is to just let it be. I have been stressed all month about not reading. I'm like, I have a booktube channel and I haven't read. My viewers are probably like, where are you, Heather? What are you doing? You're not an avid reader. What's going on? And I feel bad about it, but then I don't, because I'm like, I've got a lot going on in my personal life, like a lot. And I love doing this channel. I love reading, but sometimes things can get the best of you, you know? Even if you're not a mom, which a lot of you probably aren't moms, which is totally fine. You may be a student overwhelmed with finals. You may be just overwhelmed with family stuff, you know? It happens. So just let it kind of just whatever. I've just kind of let my slump happen, and I think I'm now at the place where I can finally pick up a book again and maybe read it. At least I hope so. So yeah, those are just 4 short tips. Like I said, the first one is just, I guess, acknowledge the slump that you're in and be okay with it. The second tip is to pick up something light, something fun, something just easy to get into. Tip number 3 is to maybe reread one of your favorite books. And tip number 4 is to just let the slump be. Let it happen. Let it just roll, you know, do whatever it needs to do. Slumps happen, people, okay? If you are in a slump, I've been there, I'm in it right now, it happens. Just let us just shake it off, you know? Let's maybe try to read a book and just be okay with it. But yeah, I just want to make a quick video about my reading slump, and maybe this will be encouraging to read more for myself. And if you're in a slump, let me know. And if you have been in a slump, tell me what book or what has gotten you out of that slump. I would love tips and tricks. I know there's a ton more, and I just thought of these on the spot, so they're not really that great. But I just wanted to share my experience with you. Anyway, that's all for me, and I will see you guys later. Hopefully, have read a book by then. Bye.